Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video. I hope you guys are doing well. So there are some fragrances inevitably in my collection that I love that you perhaps don't like.
Yes.
But there are also fragrances in my collection that I don't feel that crazy about that you actually really enjoy.
Yes.
So in today's video, we're going to be going over 5 of those fragrances, so stay tuned. So if you are new to this channel and you would like to support this channel, I would really appreciate your subscription, but wait until we provide value first, and then if you like it by the end of the video, we would love it if you could subscribe.
Thumbs up.
How's it going, Carlos?
Pretty good. Yourself?
Good, man. It's good to see you. It's been a while.
The weather's changing. It was actually summer yesterday, not even spring. It was like 81 yesterday.
I know, I love that. So a fellow YouTube fragrance reviewer by the name of Cody, his channel's name is Drakdoc, we're Facebook friends, and he posted on Facebook and he says, well, it looks like we're skipping spring again. It's like we went straight from winter into summer. But you know what? I'm not complaining. I love the hot weather. And some of these fragrances are not appropriate for the hot weather, I'm looking at, with the exception of one, which might be the first one that we talk about. So these are fragrances that, you know, some of them I love. Carlos perhaps doesn't like that much. Some of them you love that I'm not really that crazy about. So
I actually got a comment yesterday from Gina Tabasso. She complimented us on how we can both civilly and like adults disagree on a fragrance or the aspects of the fragrance, but still come out, you know, talking to each other and expressing that without...
Yeah, of course. I mean, that's how it should be, too. I mean, I know I'm vegetarian, right? And so I don't eat meat, but you do.
Bacon,
so I'm not going to stop talking to you. I'm not going to stop talking to you because I don't eat meat. So obviously there's going to be things that we disagree on, and ultimately it is personal preference. So
Amen.
Why don't we go ahead and start with something that you love?
That I love.
Yeah, let's do
So
that.
it's not going to be that one.
Perhaps not.
Well, something that I strongly like, I can't say love,
Okay,
but I
fair
think
enough.
more than you do. This is from Atelier Cologne, one of their first releases when the line came out. It's called Oolong Infinity. It's a really nice tea scent. I really do enjoy it, but it wouldn't be on a top 12 tea list for me.
Gotcha.
And also, something funny about this one is that when it first came out, I couldn't smell it. A few years later, I smelled it and I was like, oh, that's what I was missing. I don't know. It just didn't click the first time, but when I smelled it a few years later, it was like, this is pretty good. So I do enjoy it. Not the ultimate tea fragrance, but I do enjoy it. Why don't you like it?
I don't know. I think it's calming and soothing, and yeah, certainly I smell the tea in there, but I think it's quite flat and linear, and I was a little uninspired by it, you know?
In comparison to a lot of their other offerings as well.
Oh my God, yeah. I mean, Orange Sanguine, and then you have Vetiver Fatale, Vanille and Sensei. Those are really wonderful. But this one, on the other hand, like, yeah, I mean, it was a regrettable acquisition, but what can you do? So here's one that I personally love, and I just can't wrap my mind around the fact that you don't love this one as much, but perhaps you have your reasons. But this is one of my favorites, and it's Virgin Island Water by Creed. So
before the tomatoes, please. It's just that fragrance, I love the smell. I love the coconut and the lime and the sugar and all that stuff. It's a great fragrance. It's tropical. It's where I'm from, you know?
Sure.
But it just didn't last on me. Like this and Melissa May Imperial just didn't last on my skin, and I just too thin.
Yeah. Oh, how many hours are you getting from that?
The first time that I actually wore it, and it was my first blind buy niche fragrance, I was so enamored by the description they gave on the website that I went ahead and bought it. Full retail, no discount, and it wore like 2 to 3 hours.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, nah.
Yeah.
I moved it along.
It's just one of those scents that, for me, it's so unique and so original. Yeah, a lot of companies now, like House Laboratories, Gorse is a very popular one that kind of smells like it. A lot of them are putting out their own iteration of it, but it's a scent that, for me, at the time when I smelled it first, you know, it was like, it was so unique. It really stood out, and personally, I still love it. This is my second or third bottle. My wife loves wearing it, so it is a shared fragrance in our wardrobe.
How many sprays for you?
A lot.
A lot, see? So you do have to compensate by the overspraying a little bit,
Sure. And also, funny story, I actually went to, and I did a live video when I was there. So it was St. Thomas of the U.S. Virgin Islands. Okay. So I was like, I'm going to the Virgin Islands, the U.S. Virgin Islands, but I was like, I got to bring Virgin Island water with me. Of course. And so I wore it. I did like a scent of the day video at the beach there, and it was just amazing. So it's vacation in a bottle. I know it sounds cheesy to say that, but it is what it is.
Whatever works, whatever works.
I know.
Next up, we have from the house of this guy. What are you called? You're called Mimo Paris. This is called Marfa. This is a tuberose heavy fragrance, and I love tuberose. It's definitely one of my favorite florals, and it worked for me. I love it, but this guy don't love it.
Too floral, man. Too floral. Way too floral. Which is fine, obviously. And I think it's one of the reasons why I largely stay away from the women's section when I go to like Macy's or Sephora or whatever. It's not that those fragrances aren't well built, well composed and constructed and put together. It's just that when there's an overabundance of florals, especially if they head in like sharp or heady territory, I'm really not about it.
Yeah, this is pretty alive.
Listen, I will smell that on my wife any day. If she wants to wear it, I don't even think she smelled it before, to be honest with you. But if she does want to wear it, I encourage her to.
But I don't think she likes heavy florals either. She likes freshies. She's a freshy girl.
She would wear the first two before she wears this.
For sure. I could definitely see her wearing
There's
those.
only one like really strong floral perfume that she's worn throughout the years, and it was Michael Kors.
Okay.
I don't remember if it has freesia or...
That's very tropical. It's gardenia, I believe.
There's probably some form of it.
I know the one, because a lot of women wore it at the time, and I do like it. There's a girl who wears it at my job now, and it lasts all day on her.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah, but if it's floral, and especially to this magnitude, it's something that I usually stray away from. So do I wear this? No.
You guys who like florals, don't listen to him. On this one, try it if you like florals. Give it a shot.
But listen, I will do rose, I will do heliotrope, I will do whatever. So I know I'm not going to spend much more time on that. So here's another one that I love that you're not that crazy about. All right. So, and I don't know. I know it hasn't been talked about recently, but New Harlem by Bond Number 9.
I just never liked it. Never, ever liked it. Hyped and all, I did not like it. Why? Because it has maple syrup in it, and maple syrup... Like, I love eating pancakes. I love pancakes. I love breakfast. I could eat breakfast for dinner. But I digress. Maple syrup gets on your hands, and it doesn't go away for the rest of the day. And then as it dries down, it starts smelling like curry. And I really don't like the smell of curry on my person. So that's a big, huge no-no for me.
Wow. You know what? Yeah, and I've seen you, or I've heard you rather, say that on a number of occasions, because you also don't like Eau Noir by Dior, right?
No. Yeah. We almost picked that.
You probably almost picked. So the reason why is because it contains Immortelle.
Immortelle, which gives off maple syrup, which gives off curry.
So this is one that I personally really, really like. Yeah. I mean, yeah, sure, it was one of the first fragrances that were really hyped, if you want to use that word, in the fragrance community. And I remember a dear friend of ours, Hiro Yorozuka
I was
Miguel.
Say he was one of them.
More of a friend of yours than mine, but he has commented on a couple of my videos in the past. So he really spoke highly of this one, and it was one of his favorites. And sure enough, when I was dabbling in niche, it was certainly one of the more unique fragrances that I had smelled at that time. And there's certainly, with the exception of Rokas Man, there's nothing that smells quite that unique on the designer level. And so I gravitated towards it, but I get what you mean. Because every time I wear it, it does feel like I spilled maple syrup on myself. So, all right, you got a valid point there.
Do you know that Rojas, I believe, his daughter started her own perfume house?
I did not know that, no.
And it's called, darn, I can't remember it. They have a lot of fragrances, a lot of good fragrances. They carry them at Oswald.
We'll leave an annotation here.
Sorry.
But yeah. No, it's cool to know. I mean, I didn't do the research on that end, but thank you for letting me know. Sure. I appreciate it. And the last one is a fragrance that I personally love.
It's my turn or your
turn? And it is your turn, but it's an odd list because it's 3 and 2.
So we started with a tea fragrance and we're ending with a tea fragrance. This is from Les Artisans Parfumeurs, and this is called Tea for Two, another highly hyped and loved and adored fragrance. Thank you, I couldn't see. From the house, it's definitely one of their standouts. It was discontinued for a while, and all hell broke loose in Fracom.
I remember that, yeah.
Everybody's rushing and running to get bottles. I just never really overly loved it. I'd probably have to revisit it, but to me, it just felt... When I enjoy a tea fragrance, I prefer the freshy earth kind, not so spicy teas.
Yeah.
I like Gucci Pour Homme 2.
What about the Bulgaris?
I love those.
Yeah.
I had all 4 at one point.
Feeling, yeah.
And this... good, just not my taste. I don't want to smell like that on myself.
Okay.
Not so much that I dislike it, you know.
It's the fact that there's like a spicy character to it.
Yeah, it's a little heavy.
Yeah.
For a tea fragrance, when I want a tea fragrance, did you see my post yesterday?
No.
When I reached for a tea fragrance, I thought it was spring, and it was an
Oh,
oud
no, it was a
fragrance.
nude, yeah. It's okay. But you know what? Okay, I see where you're coming from. For me, I think I like that interesting dynamic where it kind of like ventures into chai territory, which is one of the reasons why I think I love chai by Baruti so much, because it has that like spice chai kind of a vibe. I
Do you
know
own
chai
that?
means mixed spice. I do own it, but not in the new presentation. So back
I would
then,
like to smell it after this, okay?
sure, yeah, I would love to. I'll have you try it. So it used to be called Magnetic Scent, and then they changed the name to Baruti, which means gunpowder in Greek. And so I think there was another company that had the name Magnetic Scent, and so it was like a copyright thing, and they had to change it. What is that? Magnetic blend?
Oh,
no, I
no.
don't think. Can you imagine if it was Initio? No. They wouldn't do that. But yeah, so I love that one. Definitely heads in that spicy territory. It's a wonderful, wonderful scent if you guys have the opportunity to try it. But again, that's not to say that you are going to love it, because here we have a disparity of opinion.
To be perfectly honest here, these three come really highly praised by most of Fracom. I'm just a little sore thumb here, but these do come highly praised by many people.
Yeah. And so, you know, all taste is subjective. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So if any of our descriptions of these fragrances caught your interest, definitely go out there, give it a try for yourself. See if you actually enjoy it on a personal, unique, individual basis. But Carlos, thank you again for being in this
pleasure,
video.
buddy.
I really
Anytime.
appreciate it, my friend. And so hopefully you have a few more in you, and we can shoot a few more videos.
Yes.
All right, cool. So thanks again so much for tuning into this video. We really do appreciate that. Once again, like I said earlier in the video, if you are new to this channel, if you did take something of value from this video and you would like to support this channel, all you have to do is click that red subscribe button in the corner. It's absolutely free, won't cost you anything. And this way, whenever I do upload future fragrance related content, it will get delivered straight to your subscription box. You never need to worry about missing any of my future uploads. And that does include top 5/top 10 videos like this one, giveaways, unboxings, reviews, special guests, interviews, and a whole lot of other fragrance related content. And as always, Carlos's information will be down below as well. So definitely stop by, say hello, check him out, and support his channel as well. Thanks again for watching. We love you guys, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.
Bye.